So the lockdown is finally over and our benevolent leaders have decided to let us out of jail. So what's the first thing you want to do? That's right, you want to get your ass to the gym and pump some iron. However, you suddenly come to the realization that you spent the last few months of your life pigging out, watching Netflix and making TikTok videos. And now you've lost the majority of your gains. You know you need to get started training, but where to even start? You now have a major decision to make. You're torn. Instinct tells you to burst into the gym like Thor from Valhalla, pick up where you left off, lift the same weight you're lifting beforehand, but in reality, you're not in peak physical condition. The question is, do you jump right back in at maximum effort or do you build up slowly? So you decide to do some research, you become a PubMed ninja, you watch YouTube videos, and you read all the latest strength and conditioning articles that you can find. You come to find that the majority of the research is suggesting that after a period of detraining, an athlete should start back training at a low to moderate volume and intensity. This will allow the athlete to regain lost muscle, allow tendons and ligaments to regain strength, and reduce overall chances of injury, as it will allow time for the tendons, ligaments and soft tissues to become accustomed to heavy training. You've gathered your thoughts, you've done your research, and you conclude that the primary focus when returning back to the gym should be rebuilding your base, not maxing out to see how strong you are, and the key areas of focus should be rebuilding your muscle mass, work capacity and technical proficiency. Just lifting weights again will stimulate the nervous system, facilitating the relearning of good motor pathways, and these improvements to exercise technique will help add lost weight back onto the barbell. Also, as shown within the scientific literature surrounding muscle memory, regaining muscle appears to be much easier than building new muscle. There are three main theories surrounding muscle memory. Traditionally, muscle memory has been attributed to neural factors. However, some researchers have suggested other possibilities. Some studies have suggested a myonuclei hypothesis, with other studies suggesting an epigenetic muscle memory hypothesis. Regardless of the mechanism, however, thanks to the apparent effects of muscle memory, your previously obtained muscle mass will return relatively fast with no need for any extreme interventions. Now you have what you wanted, you're back in the gym. You've done your research and you know what to do. You load up the barbell, then you notice the guy next to you. They look like they've never even left the gym. You realize everyone, including your gym crush, is watching them lift double the weight you are. Pride gets the best of you, you load up the barbell for your max effort deadlift.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
And you rip that baby from the ground with all your might. Then suddenly, you feel it. You drop the barbell to the ground as you feel your hamstring muscle rip apart. It can't be that bad, you tell yourself, just a little strain.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
These things happen, some ice, some protein, a good night's sleep, and you'll be fine. But the next day you wake up, the back of your leg's blue, and that's you out of the gym for another few weeks.
What did it cost?
Everything.
You tempted fate, and now you must pay the price. It's time to regroup, make a plan, so the next time you enter the gym, you will be prepared. Since you're detrained, you aren't going to jump back in at full intensity. You're going to start off at a low to moderate volume and intensity, managing the load on the bar. Utilizing these training principles and using a variety of different exercises and proper programming, you will aim to improve your work capacity and slowly ramp up to your previous training volumes and intensities over the next few weeks and months. Since you've been out of the gym for a while, you're now detrained. You will get a lot of benefit from starting off lighter, as this will enable you to milk out a lot of gains at lower training volume and intensity thresholds. Hitting each muscle twice per week with a 7 to 10 weekly sets per muscle group as an introduction back to training is a great place to start. Traditional linear training systems can be very effective, and an example of how you could program for your main lifts such as bench press and squats are as follows. Please feel free to pause and screenshot the following program. So, as you can see from looking at the 8-week program, as the weeks are progressing, we're increasing the intensity by increasing the percentage of 1 rep max that we're using. We're going to also increase the volume by increasing the amount of sets that we're doing. When we get to week 4, we're going to deload. The point of this deload is to help manage the fatigue that we've built up over the previous 3 weeks of training. For this deload, we're doing just 2 sets of 6 reps at 50 to 60% of your 1 rep max. Week 5 to 7, again, we're ramping back up. We're increasing the sets, and this time we're also using a higher percentage of our 1 rep max. Then week 8 again is a deload week. This is just a basic example of linear periodization. Rate of progression is of course highly individualized, so as you progress slowly over the next few weeks, you should only increase your training volume, intensity, and training frequency, providing that you're recovering effectively. If you're not already doing cardio, add it back in. Cardio is great, not only for cardiovascular health, but it is a useful way to help increase your work capacity and recovery. Also, providing that you're avoiding excessive cardiovascular training, such as marathon training, it should have no negative effect on your weightlifting. A few months have passed, you stuck to the plan, and like a true Saiyan warrior, you've returned from this defeat stronger than before. You're injury free, your muscle has returned, and you're well on your way to being in the best shape of your life. You now know the importance of proper programming and how to transition back to training from a detrained state. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about the science behind the points I was talking about, I'm going to link the references to the studies down below, and if you want to see more content from our channel, please subscribe.